Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to answer what is the weakest link in cybersecurity. Recently I asked this on my YouTube community page and 76% answer this answer right. The weakest link is us. The human error, behavior and negligence are often the weakest link in cybersecurity. So in today's video, I'm going to expand a little bit more. I'm going to walk you through some of the best practices that I'm using to protect my workstations, my routers, and my home network, because this is the entry point for any security vulnerability. It will go through the router, and through router to computers, and through computers to your cloud applications. So that's this topic needs to be taken down with seriousness. And yeah, the biggest human flaw in cyber defense is basically us as a humans, as a user. So you can check the guide where we will delve into the overlooked aspects of the cybersecurity. And also, despite the advance of technologies and sophisticated security protocols, the biggest vulnerability in any systems is again the users, us. So stay tuned, because I'm going to show you some of the nice features of the recommendations that I recommend in this guide, and by the end of it you should have a pretty good knowledge. And yeah, just stay tuned and I hope you will like this. So let's get started. So now we will take a look how we can secure our router. So router is a critical component of overall cybersecurity posture, as it acts a gateway between your home network and the internet and every cloud applications that you might have. So my current router is from the network provider. It's a Fritzbox. And Fritz are generally good routers, but if you have some cheaper routers, it's recommended to buy a good one for your network connection. So let me quickly log into the router. And again, for the router, you will need to use very strong passwords, because it is, if anyone knows the IP or something, if you have set up some services that are publicly available, anyone can access the router. So what you want to do in the router is to use a secure DNS, or to set up your own DNS server, because by default the router comes with the provider, so he can get all the websites you visiting, all the logs, etc., etc. It's not very secured. So usually when you go to the internet, and you will see that you can set up your own DNS settings. I'm not going to show you more because I'm going to expose my home IP, which I don't want to expose. And now we can talk about the next DNS. And the next DNS is the firewall, basically, for the modern internet. It will protect you from advertisement, security threats, trackers, etc., etc. The greatest benefit of setting up this on the DNS level, on the router level, is that every internet connection, every device on the Wi-Fi network will go through the next DNS. It is for free, but if you want to get some unlimited queries, unlimited devices, I think 20 euros a year is a really, really cheap price. And you can also use it for your business. So let's take a look at the next DNS dashboard. And this is my account. And as you can see, that I made around 207,000 queries, and 20% of those was basically blocked. And what you can see that the most blocked domains is Xiaomi, which is basically Chinese spyware. If you have Xiaomi phones, unfortunately we have some at our home, and also the Google Analytics, Google Ads, etc., etc. Also, you will see the blocked reasons, which are the block lists like Goodbye Ads, Anudip's blacklist, HBlock, No Trackers, Steven Black, which is really great block list, and also the next DNS ads and tracker block list. And also it has a great security features. As you can see that you can protect yourself from many threats like cryptojacking protection, DNS rebinding protection, typo squatting protection. For example, for the new zip domains, there's really great way how you can protect yourself from downloading any malicious file from the zip domain. And also you can block newly registered domains that are registered less than 30 days ago. This is a really great way how you can protect yourself from the zero-day malwares and any vulnerabilities, because most of the threat actors will register domain just for 2 or 3 days, so they can fish someone onto it. And also you can block park domains, top-level domains to specific TLDs, and you can also block the CSAM. And this is the first layer of your protection, which is your router. The next DNS will filter everything, and also it will protect every connected device to the home internet network. So the next step to talk about is our operating system. And when you go to my guide, you will also see the operating system, because the choice of operating system makes a pivotal decision in workstation security, and it can significantly influence your overall cybersecurity posture. And this topic may vary or the personal choice of what you're using. The marketplace shows that most of the users are using Windows, then macOS and Linux. And let's talk about the Windows. As you may know, the Windows is the most unsecure operating system out of the box, and we need to rely on Microsoft to patch its vulnerabilities. Microsoft is well known for the negligence and not patching vulnerabilities when they are found. There are still some critical vulnerabilities found in the Windows that are not patched for many years. And if we have to use Windows, my personal and business recommendation is to use Windows Enterprise LTSC, which stands for Long-Term Servicing Channel. And it has many great features like stable environment. You will get no feature updates, which is very great. I personally don't like the Windows 10 or Windows 11 with all the features that I'm not going to never use. It comes with a lot of bloatware, which is hard to even remove. So that's why I like LTSC version of Windows. And to get license for a Windows LTSC is a little bit on the difficult side. You need to contact the official Microsoft partner to get your volume licensing, which you will need for 5 computers or more. Or you can try to get the license through trusted marketplaces. So This is Windows. If you have hardware or software that require Windows and you have to use it like I'm using for the video tutorials, etc., I recommend this. Next, we can talk about the Linux. And yeah, Linux is the most secure system out of the box that you can get on your workstation. It is open source, is less targeted by the malware, and also you will get the limited root access out of the box when you create your user, and you can fully customize it, and you are able to control every aspect of Linux. The biggest disadvantages over Windows is that you need to know a little bit more about the Linux, and also there are too many choices that you can choose from. I personally recommend, if you want for maximum compatibility, the latest Ubuntu LTS release can be a good choice, but I personally use a Fedora Workstation, the latest release, which I'm not using for any video production. It is just for myself and when I'm not doing anything on the Windows. And then we have also the macOS, which is a really great choice for the developers, or if you have any Apple ecosystem, is well integrated with it. But there are also a lot of highly targeted malware groups are targeting specifically Apple devices. So you can read more in the guide, but yeah, exploiting zero-day vulnerabilities is the biggest challenge on the Apple ecosystem. So in the conclusion, yeah, having selected the most suitable operating system is the next critical step on protecting your workstation and your applications that you are connecting from a computer. So after the operating system, we can now talk about how we can protect our workstation, whether if it's Linux, macOS, or even Windows. And the basic best practices comes with regular system updates and the software updates, because we rely on them to deliver us the necessary patches for all the software and to patch the vulnerabilities. And the next thing what is recommended is to use some kind of antivirus software, but there are two choices. We can use a consumer grade antivirus, which is not suitable for business, or we can use business grade antiviruses like Asset Endpoint Protection, which I'm using for many years. And I wanted to tell you a little bit more about the Asset Endpoint Protection. So let me switch window. And Asset Protect Complete is made for a workstation and a business use. You will get cloud-based console when you can see all of your endpoints. Also, you can install it on your Linux server machines, on the bare metals. And it has really great feature, which is full disk encryption and cloud apps protection, which you can integrate Google Workspace or Microsoft 365 if you wish. I leave the link down in the guide, so you can visit the Asset Endpoint Protection to learn more. But first, I wanted to demonstrate some of the features. So let me quickly log in. Let me translate it to English, because it is in Slovak language for myself. And this is the Cloud Office Security Suite, which comes with Endpoint Protection license. And as you can see basically the Gmail overview. Also, it has a Google Drive, and also it has the Asset Lifeguard, which will get the AI detection, the latest 0 days, and those kind of things, which is really, really powerful. When we go to the detection, as you can see, this is just for the demonstration, and it blocks some spam, because by default the Gmail filters can be bypassed, and this Cloud Office Security Suite really helps from keeping your inbox really clean. And also, when we go to the Google Drive, I also do the antivirus test file. For example, if something gonna be uploaded to your Google Drive and it is virus or malware, it will also check and it will block it and remove it, and you will be able to see everything what's happening in your Google Drive. And also you can do inspection logs, you can do the quarantines, you can set up the politics in your account. So yeah, it's really, really simple and easy to use. So next, what we want to check is the Endpoint Protection Cloud Console. Let me zoom in so you can see better. We translate to English. And as you can see, I have a total of 5 devices on my home network, and all of them are protected by the asset. So when we go to the computers, let me go to clear filters. As you can see, here are my devices, and also here is my phone, which I wanted to show you that you can also protect your Android devices, iOS devices, or even macOS and Linux servers or workstations. And what's really cool about this, that you will get a centralized management for all of your detections, what have been blocked, the cause, and the action taken. So on my media server, I got some blocked attempts to use unsafe applications from, I don't know, some URLs on the browser, the pop-ups, and it automatically blocks everything, which is really great, and I don't need to worry about it. And when we go to the patch management and the vulnerabilities, it will give you a great overview of the software you are running, if it's safe or it is vulnerable. As you can see, here we got some critical CVEs from Adobe, which is Adobe Acrobat Reader, I think. Yes, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Acrobat DC. So you just need, it will help you to keep your software updated, and if it's something vulnerable, it will notify you. And also here we can see that we have a CVE for the Microsoft Defender, which is the built-in antivirus, and sometimes they push updates, and those updates are containing the critical vulnerability that can be exploited to your system. So when we open it, let me check. When we open it, it will tell you that you will need to update it to the latest version. And also in this Cloud Security Console, you can also set up the reports that you can receive automatically. Also, you can create your own custom installers, and also you can enforce the policies for your computers and workstations. So now let's move to check our phone that you can also protect. And when you go to the details, I have Pixel 7 Pro, and also you can find my device. As you can see, you can set the location, you can remotely wipe or lock the device if it gets lost. And this is really great feature if you also have access to your business applications via your phone. All right, so I think the endpoint protection is your choice, which you will use. I recommend the Asset one, Asset Endpoint Protection, but you can go wrong with any other business antivirus. So now we can switch windows to the desktop. And I wanted to talk about some recommendations that you can also set up. And when we check our version of the Windows WinVer, as you can see, I'm running Windows 10 LTSC for IoT devices. And the great alternative to any other VPN is to set up your own VPN, which you can do by, let me find it, sorry, for the VPN, the Mistborn VPN. I already created the installation guide, how you can do it. It's really easy, and the great feature is that you can also set to encrypt all of your traffic with the Pi-hole and all the ad blockers. So let me connect myself to my VPN. I'm gonna activate it. And now I'm going to go to home.mistborn, which is your main administration panel for the Mistborn, where you can create the accounts for the users, you can enroll new devices, etc., etc. But when we go to the Pi-hole, okay, let me go back. And the Pi-hole is also a great way, alongside the next DNS, to filter the traffic and encrypt traffic through the DNS. In my case, I'm using Cloudflare DNS over HTTPS, and also you can set the block lists, your own block list, which contains the malicious domains, IPs, and the software. So it's a really great way how you can basically route your traffic through NextDNS and from your computers through the WireGuard. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but sometimes the routers are not 100%. So if something goes in error, they will automatically bypass the DNS for the firmware settings. So that's why I like to have my own VPN and also my own IP that can connect to any systems. So I think, let me move back to browser. So I think that's it for how you can protect yourself. I just wanted to give you some overview in this video for the endpoint protection, the router, and the Pi-hole. You can read the full guide on my documentation portal, and I really hope that you will like it and you will implement some of the things that I'm talking about to make yourself more secure. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or issues, let me know down in comment below. I'll be happy to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much again and stay tuned for the next video. Bye bye.